1952, Albert Einstein wrote to a friend, quote, "I have no great talent, I'm only passionately curious." Almost exactly 200 years earlier, in 1751, English philosopher Samuel Johnson said, "Curiosity is, in great and generous minds, the first passion and the last," end quote. Curiosity for both Einstein and Johnson seemed to be the most important enabler or driver of exceptional human accomplishment, of genius. But at the same time, both Einstein and Johnson mention in proximity to curiosity passion. Which would you say is more important to success or genius? Curiosity or passion? Maybe for young people today who have yet to find their passion, curiosity comes in first and leads to a later lifetime of passion. For geniuses themselves, what politician, philosopher, artist, writer, tech innovator, or TV personality does not have something to say about the importance of passion? Here are just a few quotes on the subject. Let's start with political leaders. Nelson Mandela: "There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." Mahatma Gandhi: "A burning passion coupled with absolute detachment." Interesting. Burning passion coupled with absolute detachment is the key to all success. Leaders in tech and industry. Steve Jobs: "You have to be burning with an idea or a problem or a wrong that you want to right. If you're not passionate enough from the start, you'll never stick it out." Malcolm Forbes: "People who never get carried away should be." Philosophers. Denis Diderot, quote, "Only passions, great passions, can elevate the soul to great things," end quote. François de la Rochefoucauld: "Passion makes idiots out of the cleverest of men and makes the biggest idiots clever." Now turning to artists, writers, and musicians and pitchmen. Vincent van Gogh: "I would rather die of passion than of boredom." Choreographer Martha Graham: "Great dancers are not great because of their technique, they are great because of their passion." Cellist Yo-Yo Ma: "Passion is one great force that unleashes creativity. Because you're passionate about something, you're going to be more willing to take risks." One of my favorites, James Joyce, coming up here from his poem, The Dead. "Better pass boldly into that other world in the full glory of some passion than fade and wither dismally with age." And pitchman Tony Robbins, quote, "Passion is the genesis of genius." And then there are those leaders who speak at university commencements about passion. Oprah Winfrey said at Stanford University in 2008, quote, "If you really want to fly, harness your power to your passion." And Jeff Bezos at Princeton in 2010, quote, "Will inertia be your guide, or will you follow your passions?" Great advice for a graduation. But let's get serious here. What 21-year-old knows what their passion is at that point in life? Yes, gifted Einstein, Mozart, Picasso, well, they knew probably from age 5 what their lifelong calling would be: science, music, and painting, respectively. But as we've seen, Vincent van Gogh, Paul Gauguin, and the eponymous Grandma Moses, to name just 3 painters, didn't find theirs until late in life. Sometimes finding a passion requires time and trial and error, as much error or failure as anything else. Many of us, perhaps most of us, are still trying to find our passion. But what is passion? Most of us would equate passion with extreme enthusiasm in pursuit of a goal, a love of something, enthusiasm that produces joy in the doing. Remember what Confucius is reputed to have said about love, passion? Find a job that you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. So passion and hard work, like passion and curiosity, also seem to go hand in hand. Maybe hard work is simply the external manifestation of passion, one the cause, the other the effect. We are passionate about something, and this causes us to work hard. But ironically, did you ever notice that the origin of the word passion rests in the Latin not for love or for amor in the Latin, but rather in the Latin passio, passionis, pain. Maybe this sort of passionate pain can be transformative. As Mexican artist Frida Kahlo astutely observed, quote, "Passion is what takes us from pain to change," end quote. What specifically might she have meant by that? Well, perhaps that for the genius, passion is a painful discomfort that has to be resolved. The genius sees something wrong with the world and feels compelled to fix it. The musical styles of today are outmoded and boring. The poetry or painting of today, well, just doesn't speak to me or the modern world. The way we're doing business is stupid because it's inefficient. This is annoying. This is painfully annoying. This has to stop. This has to change. Jeff Bezos says the urge to make things perfect for his customers, and thus his company, is driven by a, quote, divine discontent, divine discontent. Maybe genius is a divine discontent. Steve Jobs said it more crudely when talking about the Apple II computer back in the 1970s. Quote, "I just got a bug up my rear that all computers should come in a plastic case," end quote. And from this sort of painful discontent is born change, the success of an Amazon or the success of an Apple, all computers in a plastic case. Critics of both Bezos and Jobs have called them obsessive and obsessed. Passion, perseverance, motivation, drive, grit. These are all words that seem to have a positive ring. They suggest a force, perhaps a force that we can control, that pushes us forward, pushes us upward toward exceptional human performance, perhaps genius. But what about obsession? That has a negative ring. It seems to imply that the passion is out of control. Is the genius obsessive or merely passionate? Well, you be the judge as we now work our way through the life histories of several extraordinary geniuses.